page. Thank you. So, this is question 11 from a paper. In this sequence, there are squares, which we're using the letter S to represent, surrounding the outside of triangles, which we're using the letter T to represent. What is the formula connecting T and S? So we're writing some sort of formula connecting T and S. What might be useful when you see any sort of pattern sequence is to put some numbers to it. So first of all, I'm going to put S equals squares, and there's one of them there. Beg your pardon, there's three of them there. And T equals triangles, there's one of them. And I'm going to do that for all the patterns, so I have some numbers there. So S equals 4, and T equals 2. S equals 5, and T equals 3. And S equals 6, and T equals 4. Having those numbers there usually makes a sequence or pattern a lot easier to recognise. So if we look for a formula that's connecting them, we can see that on each one of them, the number of squares is 2 higher than the number of triangles. So the number of squares is the same as the number of triangles, but then we have to add 2 on. However many squares you have the same number of triangles plus 2. Then we check that this formula works. We can put it into any one of these. Let's put it into the last one. The number of squares, 6, is the same as the number of triangles, 4 plus 2. 6 equals 4 plus 2. You get 2 marks for doing that. Part B. Each box needs completing. It says complete, so it's very much just filling in. Okay, we look at what's happened so far. In position N, or 1, we went from 1 to 3, and that was our first term. Position 2, we went to 6. So what we can see there is we're multiplying by 3. So this third one will be 9. And it gets us the final term, 1, 4, 7. So if we're timesing by 3, 10 times by 3, I'll just write outside this box as well so you can see clearly, is 30. And then what we can see, to get from 3n to the term itself, each time we're subtracting 2. So if I subtract 2 from 30, I get 28. We then look at the nth term. So if we look at what's happening here, n is always times by 3. So this is 3n. Whatever n is, you multiply it by 3, so 3n. Then, to get from 3n to the term, we're always subtracting 2, subtracting 2, subtracting 2, subtracting 2. So here, it's 3n, subtract 2. So you get a mark for that, a mark for that, and then a mark for each of those. There are 3 videos relevant to this. So you've got video 286, 287, and 288. They're all about sequences. The first one is about describing the rules. That sequences and that sequences. The second one is about finding any missing terms. And the third one talks specifically about the nth term. So they're all relevant to that particular question. If you do miss something on this, the video will get put on Moodle, but also your teachers will have access to it. So if there's something you feel when we've gone through you've missed and you want to write down again, just speak to me